get too close. You gotta be there?
No. You stay back there.
Okay.
Stay as far as you can.
Okay.
So your head won't look bigger than mine.
Wow! Puppy mate. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am with my wonderful, amazing best friend, husband. And today we're gonna do the husband and wife tag.
Yeah, she's been trying to get me to do this for 3 years.
It's true. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been trying to get him to do it for a while, and finally he agreed.
I didn't agree. She actually threatened me.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Where and when did we first meet?
Wow. That's a crazy trick question. We met twice. The very first time I met her was in Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas. That was around 2003. And then I met her again in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, at your church at that time. Okay. And where was our first date?
Yeah, what was our first date? We gotta go back and forth.
We gotta go back and forth. Okay, we'll go back and forth.
I'm supposed to answer all the questions.
No. We'll go back and forth. Our first date was when we went to the skating ring, and they had gospel night. And at that time, his church,
we had a chaperone.
We had a chaperone, so Rose was with us. And I think about it now, it's funny, but that's a good thing. You know, you need a chaperone sometimes. So. Yeah. We had a chaperone at the skating ring. They had gospel night skating. So
glad we had a chaperone.
Yeah, so that was fun. That was fun. Okay. What was your first impression of me?
Smart, beautiful, and the plus side is that she loved God.
Okay. You want me to say my first impression of you?
That'd be nice.
Okay, my first impression, because I still remember from Little Rock, Arkansas. He was like on the stage. I guess like they have like the young ministers or whatever on the stage, and I kind of noticed him on stage, and I'm like, he's pretty good looking. He's a handsome guy, and I figure, you know, he did love God as well. And yeah, that was my first impression from seeing him, and then his smile. I love his smile.
See my smile?
When did you meet my family?
Oh, man. Actually, I met your family. Well, I didn't meet them all at the same time. I met your sister first, your older sister.
The one I was living with?
Yeah,
because we were at FAU.
Yeah, because you was living with her. And then afterwards, your brothers came down to visit. So I met your brothers. And it was awesome because when I first met them, they like really showed me love as if they...
We're a loving family.
Knew me for like an old friend.
Yeah. Yeah,
they're very welcoming.
So they contributed to this?
Yeah, because if I didn't get along with them, it
would have been an issue. Okay. All right. Who said I love you first?
I did.
He did. Like after what? I think like 3 days.
It was 3 weeks.
Lie! No, it wasn't.
3 weeks.
It was not.
It was 3
weeks. No, it really wasn't.
She's really trying to spice this.
It was not 3 weeks, babe. It was in 3 weeks. Oh, if we had technology like we have now. If we had technology, what kind of clothes do I always wear?
Before we got married or after? That's a trick question too. But my wife, she loves wearing skirts and dress.
Yeah. And you?
I'm all around.
You are. Lately, yeah.
I'm all around.
Polo shirt, dress shirt.
Yeah.
It depends.
It depends. Like right now, I got a polo shirt and it's tucked in.
Yeah.
I can't even see it.
You gotta back it up. Yeah. There it goes.
Yeah.
And me, as usual, a dress.
It depends. I wear jeans.
Yeah.
Gym clothes.
That's true.
Well, you know what? Lately, I don't wear too much ties.
Yeah, no, you haven't worn like suits unless it's like a
really
really fancy event. You might wear like a jacket.
I don't really wear.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And even when I do wear my suits,
But when I met him, all he wore was suits.
And ties.
Suits and ties. Like he had like a tie for like every other
suit, every color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What's a weird habit that I have? Do I have a weird habit?
Do you have a weird habit? I don't know if it's a weird habit because I know a lot of people do that, but we don't like it, me or the children. She will go and lock herself in the bathroom for hours at a time. Forget she had a family. She comes back out and missed 2 years of the children's life. You know, they're out of diaper and knocking on the door saying, "Mommy, I need to use the bathroom."
Because I'm meditating. That's my like little office. That's where I read the word, my devotions. I do that in the bathroom. Am I the only one? Yeah? Okay. I might be the only one. Okay. How long have we been together?
We've been together for 16 years.
16 years. And how long have we been married?
14.
14. We're actually celebrating our 14th anniversary just this past couple days. Let's see. What was our first road trip?
Our first road trip was to, well, it was two places. Our first road trip was to Maryland, and from Maryland we drove to New York.
Yep. And that's when we had our wonderful Bahamian family with us.
The Martin family.
The Martins, hi!
Nassau, Bahamas.
Nassau. Let's see. What was the first thing you noticed about me?
The first thing I noticed about her was a blessing. I was like a mile away, and I was like, man, she was like so tall, and like you could see her. Like all the other girls, like looked so small. She like blotted. It was like the sun just blotted out everything. You know, I was able to spot her from behind, from all the way, no matter how far she was. You can't help but to see her.
Wait, you spotted what?
To see her from behind. I was behind. I was way in the back, and I happened to see her from behind. And she is like so like beautifully tall and a wonderful sculpture of God. I just thank God for that. Kept us together for 16 years now.
Baby, you're so funny. What's the first thing I noticed about you? I think I said that when you were on the stage. I'm like, wow, like I thought he was really good looking. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, he got a small head.
Yeah.
I said that he got a small head because
over the years I've grown into my head.
Let me see. What pisses you off? Do I do things that piss you off?
What pisses me off? How about what used to piss me off?
Used to? Okay.
Maybe not having a clean house.
Yeah. But I've gotten better. Yeah. I'm good now. And I think with me it was used to be. I felt like you were just a neat freak. And like he was like, oh, everything has to be, you know, tidy. But I think we now have like a balance. So I think we're good now. I thought he was a neat freak. He was like, you're not cleaning. So it was very strange. But now we there. We there now. It took 14 years, but we good now. Let me see. What am I good at?
Wow. Just one thing?
Aw, baby.
If I had to pick one, it'd be very hard because you're good at so much. To begin, you know, you're good at keeping me happy. You know, that's truly a blessing. You know, she makes sure, and that's on both ends, because you like really, it's hard for us to stay mad at each other for a long time. So I thank God for that. You know, we get over things quickly, and I thank God, being that the woman at times is a lot more emotional, because men could get emotional too, but you know, women at times are a lot more emotional, and for her to be able to like, what am I really upset about, and doing. She has an open heart to where I would come to her and she wouldn't reject me. So that's been a blessing, where we wouldn't reject each other when we try to make it right. Because I've seen relationships and couples where the other would probably try to calm down and try to make things right, and the other one's like, oh, you don't remember what you did to me, you know. So I thank God for that. So that's one thing that I really thank God for. And it's so many other will be here forever.
Yeah, and I think he is just a good leader. Like with our household, with the children, I mean, like he just really is doing what the Word of God calls him to do, is being the leader of the home, of me, of our children, and he's really good at that. So I thank God for that, because the way, you know, he allows God to lead him, he leads his family very well. So I love that. All right, and favorite feature about each other? I think we said that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got a couple. I don't know. But, you know, this is the channel's, you know, there's children watching, so we just
keep
go.
It moving.
Yeah,
Next one.
Keep it moving. Let's see. What do we argue about the most? We don't argue.
Not the most.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thank God, because we've grown from that. You know, when we were first married, it was kind of tough, you know, like the yelling back and forth. But as we've like noticed over the years, like arguing doesn't really help a situation, especially when you're loud and you're going back and forth. So what I've noticed we do now, if we have like a disagreement, or if something is, you know, like bothering us, like we hear each other out. Like we don't try to over talk each other. We don't try to hurry up and get our point across. We take the time to listen. Okay, what is the problem? How do you see this? And then we stay and we listen and we let the person finish. We don't cut them off and be like, no. But we let that person finish. And I think that helps us avoid arguments, right?
Yeah.
Like if there's a disagreement, we just talk about it and we keep it moving and we listen. It's like, okay, all right, I see what you mean, you know?
Yeah, and especially, you know, what I believe truly what has humbled us, I know me, is raising children. You know, raising children, because we're always disciplining. You know, that's a lifestyle. It's something that we don't do and then we take off and there's a vacation, but it's a lifestyle of disciplining. And being that we have 6 children running around the house, you know, at times they have issues with each other, where we're telling them to get along, where we're telling them not to argue, and we're telling them to respect each other.
We gotta practice what we preach.
And then, you know, it will be hypocrites to tell our children one thing and then we're doing something else. So with that being said, I think that really helped, you know, humble our character. And God has given us the wisdom throughout the years. And like my wife said, when we first got married, it was different. We've never been married before. I've never married, you know. She never married, you know. This is the first time we, you know, saw someone enough to love and want to spend our life with, and we gave everything to have this. But at the same time, we brought so much of ourselves into the marriage that we didn't know to put aside, you know. So with that being said, you know, our spirits collided, because there were still things that she wanted to do and there were still things that I wanted to do, and there are some things I loved more, she loved more, and it became a big issue, you know. But I thank God, before my son could turn 3, we got it right.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Before my son could turn 3, we got it right.
He still doesn't think we argue. We've ever argued.
He
still
probably believes, yeah. He's like, man, mom, dad, no, they always argue. You know, so, with that being said, it's a blessing, because our son next month is going to be 13, and for him to be in a household where he's never seen me leave mom, hit mom, cuss out mom, slam the door, don't come home. I thank God, you know, it's truly a blessing.
Only Jesus.
It's only through the grace of God.
Amen.
Only through the grace of God. There is nothing good in me at all, and nothing good in my wife at all. But I thank God for seeing the vision, which is our family, and has given us a love that has knit us together. So Yeah.
To nicknames that we have for each other.
We had quite a few.
We used to, yeah. We had weird ones when we first got together.
We used to call each other Puka-Noo.
Puka-Noo, Puka Bear, but then it's weird. Like all of those, went out the window.
Yeah.
So now it's like babe.
My love.
My love, honey, sweetie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had a couple weird ones when we first. People were like, wait, what did you call him? But yeah, now it's just babe, baby, honey, sweetie. We don't call each other by our names. That's another thing.
It's so crazy because a lot of our children, until they like turn like 4 or 5, they started calling me baby.
Yeah, they'll call daddy babe, babe.
All my babies,
they're all.
It's like babe,
it's babe.
Hun. Like, oh. And then my wife was like, no, it's my baby. No, it's my baby.
Okay, who's the better cook? He used to be.
Hold on. Are we going back and forth?
Oh, sorry. It's your turn.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
You can have this turn.
No, you can have it.
Actually, you can.
No, it's your turn.
You look like real.
No, it's your turn. It's your turn. I'll go after you if you forget something.
But you look real passionate about this question. Go ahead. You jumped up with the fingers and the whole body movement.
I said when we first got married, my husband was the best cook. Like, he would make tilapia, he would make chicken, like he was the best cook. But you know, lately a girl, you know, she's been doing her research, you know. So.
My wife's the best cook now. And I say, I said that to say this because even with life, I think anything that you give yourself to and you're passionate about it and you spend time and you become diligent with it, you don't have any choice but to become better at it. You know, it's came to a point where my wife was more of a stay-at-home mom, and being that she had to be up early to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the children, and I wouldn't make it home till later on. So, you know, that passion it was there, but only if my wife. Only time I cook is when my wife is actually in a hospital getting ready to give birth to one of our children. Then my children be like, oh, Dad cooked. Or they'll tell Mom.
Yeah, they'll be shocked.
They're like, oh, it was yummy, Mommy. Daddy cooked. Yeah. You know, but I leave it to her, you know, because there's no need for us to be at a competition, you know. And I believe that's what destroys a lot of marriages, you know. We have couples that are like really competing against each other, you know, and the sad thing is...
We're a team.
We're a team.
We're a team. You win, I win. I win, you win.
You know, and sometimes even with work, you know, you'll find a woman, she's at a job, and then the man is trying to compete to get a better job than the wife. And, you know, we just got to remember that we all are in it together. You know, I remember when we first got married, my wife used to always get the better jobs. But, you know, by God's grace, you know, we never competed. We were always thankful.
And now he's the one that got the better job because I get to be home with the babies. Actually, I still have the better job. I win!
She always wins.
All right, and this is the last question. So it says, to complete this sentence, you're my... You want me to go first or you go first?
Go ahead.
Okay.
You're
my best friend. You are my companion in life. You are the love of my life, of course, after Jesus Christ. You are the best thing that here on earth that has really happened to me.
Wow. I can't compete with that.
You better try.
I think I should win. I think I should have went first, y'all. Y'all should have warned me. But to sum it all out, you're my soulmate.
Oh, in one word. One word, that's it.
The word of God says that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. And I thank God I was able to find a wife.
Oh, baby.
Peace.
Bye, and thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and like. Yes, like. Don't be a hater. Go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. it's our channel, but he does not like really talking on it. I think he did this as an anniversary gift to me because my husband
see y'all next year.
All right, have a blessed day. Thank you for